Hello students, welcome to AriserTalent. As you know, we are studying chapter Improvement in Food Resources. Now this is time to solve important NCERT questions. So here we go. First of all, we will discuss what are macronutrients and micronutrients. Why are they called so? As we all know, what are nutrients? Nutrients are the elements which are required for the growth and development of the plant. Okay, now these elements means these nutrients are of two types. They are one are macronutrients and another one is micronutrient. Macronutrients means the nutrient which are required in the large quantity by the plants, and micro means which are required in small quantity. Clear? And this is the reason they are called macronutrients, because they are required in the large quantity, and they are known as micronutrients because they are required in the small quantity. So here we go with the answer. Nutrients are elements required for plant growth and development. Okay. Generally, nutrients are of two types: macronutrients and micronutrients. Now, what are macronutrients? First of all, we will talk about macronutrients. Here we are asked about macronutrients and micronutrients. So, macronutrients nutrients which are required in large quantity. Macro means large. So, they are required in large quantity by the plants, Okay, nutrients which are required in large quantity by the plants are known as macronutrients. Okay, they are required in large quantity. This is the reason they are called macronutrients. Okay, so they are known as macronutrients. For example, what are they? Carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium. Okay. So, these are the macronutrients which are required in large quantity. Okay, beside it we can call like phosphorus is there, calcium. Okay, so these are the nutrients which are required in the large quantity. Okay, another one is micronutrient. Nutrients which are required in small quantity. Nutrients which are required in small quantity by plants are known as micronutrients, or even you can write the answer, they are required in small quantity, that's why they are known as micronutrients. Okay, micronutrients. And what are they? They are like boron, zinc, molybdenum, okay, iron, manganese, okay, and chlorine. Okay, these are required in small quantity. This is the reason they are known as micronutrient. Clear? So, here we are clear with the nutrients that those nutrients which are required in the large quantity, they are known as macronutrient, and the nutrients which are required in small quantity by the plants, they are known as micronutrients. Okay, and we need nutrient for the even plants need nutrients for the growth and development. Clear? So, this was the answer. Next is, how do plants get nutrients? As we all know, plants, nutrients are required by the plants also, and they get nutrients by the air, water and soil. Some nutrients are present in the air like carbon and oxygen. Okay, rest 13 elements they can found from the soil itself, and they get hydrogen from the water. Okay, so here we go with the answer that plants get nutrients from air, water and soil. They get carbon from air, oxygen and hydrogen from water and rest 13 elements from the soil by root absorption. Okay, as we all know, roots of the plant are present in the soil, and then these roots absorb minerals from the soil. Okay, and generally 13 elements are present in the soil itself. Rest 3 elements they get from the air and water. Clear? So we all know that plant use carbon dioxide from the air for the photosynthesis or to synthesize their food. Thus, we can say that they get carbon from the air. Okay, and the roots absorb water and minerals from the soil. So, we can say that in water oxygen and hydrogen are dissolved in that. Okay, so plants get oxygen and hydrogen from the water itself. Clear? So, this is the answer that plants get nutrients from air, water and soil. They get carbon from air, oxygen and hydrogen from water, and rest 13 elements from the soil by root absorption. Clear? Next is, what do we get from cereals, fruits and vegetables? As we all know, cereals, we get carbohydrate from the cereals and they give us energy. We get vitamins and minerals from fruits and vegetable, and they protect us from the diseases. Even they boost our immune system, or they boost our immunity. Clear? So, here we go with the answer. We get carbohydrates from cereals. It provides energy. It gives us energy. We get vitamins and minerals from fruits and vegetables. These vitamins and minerals help us to fight diseases. These vitamins and minerals helps us to fight diseases. Okay, even these are also known as protective food, clear, and also known as protective food. So, we can say that we get carbohydrates and from the cereals, and they are generally known as energy giving food because they give us energy to do different activities. Beside it, we get minerals and vitamins from the fruits and vegetables, and they are known as protective foods because they protect us from the diseases and help us to fight diseases, clear. So, this is the answer of given question. Next is, what are the desirable agronomic characteristics for crop improvement? So, here we go with the answer that desirable agronomic characteristics to crop improvement are what are they? Here we can mention for what are they? First of all, tallness and profuse branching of fodder crops. Tallness and profuse branching of fodder crops. Another is dwarfness of cereals and pulses. Why it is so? So that they can absorb less nutrient from the soil. Okay, next is number of flowers. Number of flowers and size of leaves and flowers. Okay, so these are the agronomic characteristics which are required for the crop improvement. What are they? Tallness and profuse branching of fodder crops, dwarfness of cereals and pulses, number of flowers, size of leaves and flowers. Clear? So these are the agronomic characteristics. Okay, so this was all about the desirable agronomic characteristics for crop improvement. Now next is, how do biotic and abiotic factors affect crop production? Biotic factors are the living components of the environment and abiotic factors are non-living components of the environment. They both affect the crop production. How? Here we discuss it. Biotic factors are living components, means living organisms, living components of the environment. They affect crop production directly, or we can say either directly, by feeding on them, like insects and rodents, or indirectly by causing diseases, that is virus, bacteria, fungi. Okay, so living components, like if they are insects, rodents, so they will directly feed on the crop plants and then they will damage the crop production, or they will cause the diseases. What are the living organisms which cause diseases? They are microbes like virus, bacteria or fungi. So in this way they are indirectly causing damage to the crop production. Okay, so these are the two ways. One is direct way, means they can directly feed on the crops and then they damage the crop production. Another one is by causing diseases. So living organisms indirectly cause diseases, indirectly affect the crop production by causing diseases, and those living organisms are virus, bacteria and fungi. Clear? Now next is abiotic. This was the biotic factor. Next is abiotic factor. So what are abiotic factors? These are known living components of the environment. Abiotic factors are known living components. Abiotic factors are known living components of the environment that affect the crop production, they are temperature, moisture, scarcity of water, salinity, cold and heat. Okay, so these are the known living components of the environment that affect the crop productivity. Clear? So thus we can say that biotic factors and abiotic factors both are very important. They both play important role in the crop production and they both affect the crop production in the following ways. Clear? Next is, which of the following condition will give the most benefits and why? Farmers use high quality seeds, good, do not adopt irrigation or use fertilizers. If farmer is using high quality seed, it's good, it will give the good production of high yield, and but if do not attempt or do not adopt irrigation, then plant the seed will not germinate, because seeds need a proper amount of water to germinate. Clear? So if you will use high quality seeds, but if you will not provide proper irrigation, then the seed will not germinate and they will not grow properly. And if they will not use fertilizers, then the crop will not get the nutrients. So this is not suitable condition or not most beneficial. Next is, farmers use ordinary seeds, adopt irrigation and use fertilizers. The main thing is that farmers is using ordinary seeds. So we are not guaranteed that they will give, these seeds will give us the good production. So this is not so much beneficial. Next is, farmers use quality seeds, adopt irrigation, use fertilizers and use crop protection measures. So condition C is the most beneficial condition for the farmers. How? Because farmer is using high quality seeds which will germinate and will grow into the healthy crops. If the farmer is using proper adoption of irrigation, then definitely irrigation will provide as we all know, irrigation is essential for the vital processes. So as the farmer is using farmer is adopting proper irrigation, so it is very good for the crops. using fertilizers, so definitely fertilizers will provide the nutrients, and as the farmer is using crop protection measures, so they will help the crops to protect from the diseases. Okay, so condition C is the most suitable condition or most beneficial condition for the farmer. So here we go with the answer. Condition C is the most beneficial condition for the farmers as farmer are using good quality or high quality seeds, high quality seeds. These seeds will germinate properly and will give high yield of crops. Okay, high quality seeds will germinate properly and then they will give high yield of crops. Proper irrigation is essential for vital processes of plant and will help it, for it is plant and will help the plant, you can mention the plant, will help the plant to fight against drought stress. Okay, fertilizers will provide nutrients. Use of fertilizers will provide nutrients to the plants, or we can mention crop plants. Okay, and use of crop protection measures protect the plant from diseases. Okay, so here I have described. So we can say that condition C is the most suitable condition because high quality seeds will give the high yield of crops. Proper irrigation is essential for the vital processes of plant and will help the plant to fight against drought stress. Use of fertilizers will provide nutrients to the plants and use of crop protection measures protect the plants from diseases. Clear? So we can say that the condition C is the most suitable condition. Clear? If you wish, you can take the screenshot. Next is, what factors may be responsible for losses of grain during storage? We know that loss of grains during storage can be affected by the biotic and abiotic factors. So here we can mention that biotic, or we can mention factors affecting loss, or we can mention factors responsible for loss of grains during storage are biotic factors, biotic factors are living factors, okay, living organisms or living components of the environment. What are they? So, we can mention insects, birds, mites and rodents. Okay, and abiotic factor that affects the storage of grains are moisture, heat, etc. Okay, these are the abiotic factors. Clear? So, thus we can say the factors which are responsible for loss of grains during the storage, biotic factors like insects, birds, mites and rodents, and abiotic factors generally moisture, heat, temperature, cold, etc. So, here these are the biotic and abiotic factors. Clear? So, here we have studied the factors which are responsible for the loss of grains during the storage. Now, next is what are the advantage of intercropping and crop rotation. So, why do we do intercropping? What are the advantage? So, here we can mention advantage of intercropping. Advantage of intercropping. What are advantages of intercropping? First of all, it maintains the fertility of the soil. It means intercropping maintains the fertility of the soil. Okay. Beside it, what they do? They save the space and time. Okay. It saves space and time. It saves space and time because one or more crops are grown on the same field and on the same time, in the same time. So, thus we can say intercropping saves space and time. Okay. Next, if we talk about the fertilizers, they do not need much of the fertilizers. Okay, and it saves space and time, and beside it, it helps in maximum utilization of nutrients present in the soil. It helps in maximum utilization of nutrients present in the soil. Okay, because one or more crops are grown in the same field on the same time, thus we can say they use the maximum nutrients which are present in the soil. Beside it, it controls spread of diseases and pest. because different types of crops are grown in the same field and in the same time. So, it controls spread of diseases and pests. So, these are the advantages of intercropping. What are they? It maintains the fertility of the soil. It saves space and time. It helps in maximum utilization of nutrient present in the soil because different crops are grown in the same field in the same time, and it controls spread of diseases and pests. Okay. Now, next is advantage of crop rotation. Advantage of crop rotation. So, if we talk about crop rotation, then it maintains the fertility of soil for prolonged period. Here we can mention crop rotation protects or maintains, we can say it maintains the fertility of the soil. It maintains the fertility of soil for prolonged period. Second, crop protection prevents the growth of weeds and pests. Prevents growth of weeds and pests. Okay. In crop rotation, physical and chemical nature of crops, nature of the soil remains same. Okay, remains same or does not change much. Okay, so these are the advantages of crop rotation. What are they? It maintains the fertility of soil for a prolonged period. It prevents growth of weeds and pests, and in crop rotation generally physical and chemical nature of the soil remains same. Okay, or it does not change. Clear? So, these are the advantages of intercropping and crop rotation. So, here we have discussed the important questions of NCERT. Thank you.